Over the past couple months, I have built myself a very nice chat team. I'm very proud of the progress that they have made. I'm very proud of the results that they have been able to generate for themselves. However, I every day see things that I see that are holding them back, and it's very frustrating to me because I know if they didn't do these things, if they didn't have these addictions, then they would do much better and they would make more money and I would make more money. And then even more than that is I wouldn't have this like mental and emotional strife in my mind. It's not even really about the money. I mean, you see how I live. My lifestyle hasn't changed since I started making money. I still drive a shitty car. I still live in the same apartment. I still eat the same food. Everything is the same. But what I would like to go away would be the irritation that I feel when I see them working in a way that is not efficient, that is not ideal, that is not as good as it could be. And I really don't think I'm asking for too much because at the end of the day, these are all things that will help them sell more. Guaranteed 100% help them sell more. And in fact, I would even say that if they do all the things on this list, that they would double their sales. Yes, they would fucking double their sales 2 times. Do you not want double the amount of money? I'm sure you do. And I would also love double the amount of money so I can keep living the way that I'm living. But all you have to do is just do these things, and it's not even going to really take you that much extra work, if any extra work. In fact, it's not going to take you any extra work. Fuck. Okay. So anyway, the first addiction that I see from them is jumping in price too soon. Now, I see this a lot from chatters. Now, actually, before I get into this, I want to say 2 things. Number 1, I've reopened my coaching program for OnlyFans agency owners. So if you have an agency, you want to get coached by me, you need help with any aspect of OFM, everything is on the table. I'll give you all my secrets. Anything you want, I will tell you exactly what I do with anything, recruiting, chatting, traffic, management, all my connections, anything you want, you got it. Yeah, so that's open again. Link in or info in the description. Check that out if you're interested. Number 2, all of these addictions, all of these problems, they stem from one thing, which is a combination of these 3 factors: greed, laziness, and impatience. Greed, laziness, and impatience. That's a good idea for a video. The 7 deadly sins of chatting. So let's get into it. Number 1, jumping in price too soon. This we would call greed. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, all right, all chatters need to be money motivated. They need to be money motivated. They need to want the fucking money. You're not going to do this job unless you want the money. Yes, of course, you want the accolades and you want the promotions and you want the glory. I understand. But you need to want the money also. And I realize the irony of that, of me saying that I don't care about the money because of how I live, and I really don't. And I guess I'm not really motivated by the money. I'm more motivated by the glory and the bragging rights and all that shit. But I'm not a chatter. I'm not sitting there all day, every day, talking to these guys and looking at dick pics and fucking doing all this shit. What I'm doing is trying to manage everything and put it all together. Now, that said, why is jumping in price too soon bad? Now, to be fair, there are some subs where you can jump in price. However, I don't think that they're the majority. And furthermore, I think that a lot of my chatters also don't know when that's the case. And they burn a lot of subs by jumping in price too soon, which is the main problem with it. Okay. When you have a new subscriber, you want to go through the entire process that I have laid out for proper chatting, which is qualify, you get information about them. Number 2, you build commonalities. You connect what they said about themselves to yourself in some way. Number 3, you add in some breaks in rapport. You flirt, you tease. Oh, you're a computer programmer? Oh, yeah, my brother is a programmer. He works for Google. Yeah, he got a job there. He loves it. But that means you're probably a dork, aren't you? Ha, ha, ha. You probably I don't know, what's something you tease a programmer about? You probably are like a Reddit expert, aren't you? You're like on Reddit and, I don't know, whatever. I can't think of anything right now, but you get what I'm saying. You tease them a little bit. Okay. You go through that process, then you transition into selling, which is you run a gambit. talk about some sort of like relationship question or dating question that can lead into sex. And then you start the PPV sequence. Okay. That's how you do it. That's the process. And when you start the PPV sequence, you want to start with small sales. They've never bought anything before. $5, motherfucker. Not $5.01, not $6, not $7, not $8, $5 or less. Okay. You start with that and then you increase the price slowly until they are buying a lot from you. However, what I see a lot of my chatters do is, they'll make a couple sales and then they'll get impatient or they'll get greedy and they'll jack up the price quickly. And they'll go from $5 to $15. Okay, fine. You could justify that to $60. And I mean, like I've said it so many times, do I really need to say why that's not good? And guess what? Just because some guys will buy that thing for $60 doesn't mean it's good fundamentals. Okay. You can do everything right and have them still not buy. And you can do everything wrong and they will still buy. Okay. That doesn't mean the things that you did that were wrong are good. Okay. They bought in spite of you doing it wrong. So don't do that. Okay. Do not jump in price too soon. I would rather have you make less from that one conversation to make more across all of your conversations. And again, like I said, the reason they don't do this is from laziness, greed, and impatience, which are deadly sins for a reason. You'll go to hell, I guess. I don't know. Number 2, dick sucking. So what is dick sucking? Dick sucking is where you improperly try to build rapport with a subscriber by tripping all over yourself to slobber on their cock about how amazing they are for some stupid detail about themselves that they gave you that does not require such a high level of praise. He told you he's a computer programmer. The incorrect way to handle that bit of information is, oh my God, you're a computer programmer? That's so cool. Wow, that's so amazing. I trained a new chatter today, right, in our role play session. This is a new guy, supposedly went over all the information. What did we say? We said it was a painter, like a house painter. And he's like, oh my God, you're a painter. Has anybody ever told you that's a really sexy job? Bro, he paints fucking houses. There's not a single woman on the planet who thinks that's a sexy job. And the reason that the chatter did that is because he assumed incorrectly. He assumed that by, doing that, by fawning over this sub for fucking giving some basic information about himself, that would strengthen rapport and that would make it more likely that the sub would enjoy talking to him and buy from him. Now, if this was a one-off, if this was like a conversation in the real world with an actual hot girl, which I promise you this sub does not speak to a lot of, that might be different, right? But it's fucking OnlyFans, and every single fucking chatter with, under 120 IQ is trying to do the exact same shit, and it doesn't work, and it's transparent, and it sucks. So do not do it. The proper way to do it is to qualify and build a fucking commonality. A commonality is not, oh, wow, that's so sexy. That's not a commonality. A commonality is not, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You must be a genius. That is not a commonality. A commonality is, oh, you said something. Let me connect it to myself in some way. I know somebody who does that. I heard a story once about this thing that happened that was similar to that. I watched a documentary on that and I found it interesting. Oh, there was this movie about this thing. Oh, my favorite anime has a guy who does that. Whatever, some bullshit. It doesn't matter. You have to do the commonalities. Problem number 3, worst addiction. Shockingly terrible small talk. Shockingly terrible. Shocking. Now, what do I mean by shockingly terrible small talk? Let me clarify something, okay? When you talk to a subscriber, you are not supposed to make small talk. Every single message that you send, every single message, you need to think, what is the purpose of sending this message? Where am I in the process? Is this qualifying, commonalities, a break in rapport, transitioning to selling, or selling? That's it. Those are the 5 things. When you send a message, you need to think to yourself, where does this fall in the process? If it doesn't fall anywhere, if you can't identify where to place it, then don't send the message. Send something else. If you're thinking, you're like, okay, I'm stuck. What do I do? Start over. Qualify. That's it. You need to qualify again. That's what you need to do. But what do my fucking chatters Some of them do, not always, and they do fix it when I correct them. But I know if my chatters do it, then yours do too. What ends up happening is they'll go through, a sub will subscribe and they'll go through the whole process. Hopefully they'll do it well, and they'll sell them something. And then a day, 2 days go by and they're like, oh, I remember that sub. He bought something from me. Let me pick up the conversation with him again. But instead of doing it properly and going through and starting it qualifying again, which is what they're supposed to be doing, they'll come up with some dumb fucking small talk. They'll be like, hey, babe, how are you? How was your day? How was work? You know how it was? Fuck you. That's how it was. I'm sorry. I feel like I repeat myself a lot on videos, but it's just not good. Do you know why it's not good? I will tell you again for the 5 billionth time. Asking how are you or how's your day or how's work is completely meaningless conversation. Why? Because the sub is going to give some boilerplate, common, meaningless answer to your boilerplate, common, meaningless question, and you will arrive exactly where you started out in the conversation. For example, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. And what have you done? You've gone in a fucking circle. Why have you gone in a circle? Because you haven't accomplished anything. Okay, you've established that they're good and you're good. Great. Amazing. And let's say he says he's bad. Oh, I'm really bad. Why are you bad? Oh, this horrible thing happened. That horrible thing happened. Now he's talking about fucking bad shit. You don't want him talking about bad shit. I mean, if it's like really bad, fine. You can address it and empathize a little bit. But why even go there in the first place? Why? You don't want him fucking talking about bad shit. So what you want to do is you want to qualify them. Okay, if you don't know what to say, if you're trying to rekindle a conversation with a subscriber, just start from the beginning. Treat them like a new subscriber. That's it. Hey, I mean, you don't want to ask them the same fucking questions again. Let's say the guy is a phone repair person, right? He repairs phones. You could reopen the conversation and say something like, OMG, it's Mr. Phone Expert. Ha ha ha. How many iPhones did you fix today, Mr. Phone Genius, sir? Well, don't say that, but how many iPhones did you fix today? I bet it was 10. Have you fixed the iPhone 16? It looks super cool. I totally want to get one, right? You just fucking spam them with 3 or 4 questions just to get the conversation going. And yes, you are setting them up to qualify themselves, all right? You're not necessarily qualifying them on a part of who they are in their identity. You're asking them to qualify themselves on what they did that day by asking it in a very clever and entertaining way. Not saying, how was your day? What did you do today? What did you do today? You're going to make me sit here and fucking think and talk about what I did that day. You're so fucking lazy in conversation that you can't think of anything to say, and you're not willing to pick up any of the slack, that you're going to make me come up with an interesting thing to say. Motherfucker, you messaged me. Why are you making me do the work? It's just not good chatting, and it doesn't make it easy for the subscriber to continue communicating with you. Okay. And what you need to do instead is, like what I said, go through the process. And the process is designed the way it is to make it as easy as possible for you to move the subscriber from point A to point B. Number 5. I think this is number 5. Number 4. Not making enough attempts to sell. You've done all the work. You've gotten a response from a subscriber. You've qualified them. They're engaged. They're interested. They want to talk to you. They're having a great time. You've built commonalities. You have things in common. You've done some breaks in rapport. They're loving it. You ripped on them for being a Redditor. Oh my God, they're fucking creaming their pants. Ha ha ha. Oh my God, you're so right. I do have a neck beard. I am a fucking Redditor. I am a fucking dumbass motherfucker, man-child. Oh, that's so funny. Ha ha ha. They're loving it. And you're transitioning, you're fucking selling them stuff. They're buying everything. $5, $10, $20. Let's say you break the rules and you don't fucking listen to me, and you go from $5 to $15 to $60, and they buy it anyway. And then let's say you're like, oh, you know what? I'm Mr. Chatter, hot shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want. $100, and they buy it. It's your fucking lucky day. You got the dumbest fucking Redditor on the planet, and he's just buying everything. And then you sell him something for $100, and what do? You stop. Why would you stop? The guy's having the time of his life. He's buying everything. He just spent $150. Keep going. Keep going. Sell him more stuff. Another 50, another 100, another 75. Why are you satisfied with $150? Let me ask you this, chatter bro, and this goes for my chatters too. Is your life so good right now over there in the Philippines that $150 in sales is enough for you? That's fine with you? $150 in sales, you're cool with that? You could have gotten $500, $600, $700, maybe even $1,000 from this fucking guy. But you just stopped. Why did you stop? Why? Because you're fucking scared. Because you are scared. You're scared to risk the interaction. You're scared to risk the relationship. But dude, he's given you no indication that you should stop. What indication has he given you? Has he said, oh, I can only buy this last one and I can't buy any more? Has he said, oh, $60, that's a little too expensive. That's a little out of my budget. No, you sold him the thing and he fucking loved it. He's like, oh my God, baby, you're so hot. You're so beautiful. I can't believe it. I'm going to fucking come all over my pants right now. Boom, you sold him something else. He's like, oh my God, you're driving me crazy. I can't believe I'm talking to a girl as beautiful as you. You're the hottest girl on OnlyFans. Boom, another $60 or another $100 or whatever it is. And he buys it and he's like going crazy. He's fucking buying everything. And you stop. Why? Why? He'll buy everything. He's buying everything. Go until he tells you no. Keep trying. Keep making the attempt to sell. Keep asking for more money for whatever reason, any reason. Sell him a fucking be a good night, John. Sell him a picture of your lunch, whatever. Sell him. A guy sent me something on Instagram the other day, and he's selling ChatGPT poems for fucking $200. And you guys you're stopping after 2 sales that you didn't even fucking do everything right, dude. You're driving me crazy. You know what I mean? Like, why? You could make so much more money. Do you not want to make more money? Like, is your goal as a chatter to just do barely enough so that, I don't fucking yell at you? Because that's not good. Because I know, and yes, okay, fine, you're making money now, but why wouldn't I take you off that account and put somebody on that account who's going to fucking grind, who's going to do what I tell them to do, where you sell 500, he's going to sell 1,000 every day. And I'll put you on some other account where it's not that easy to sell, because that's what you fucking deserve. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, not towards anybody in particular. I just want you guys to understand that, like, don't stop. They're buying everything. They're having a great time. They have money. It might be hard for you to imagine, but like, there's a lot of guys out there that make crazy amounts of money and don't care to spend it on these girls. It's not a problem for them. So just keep going. Keep going. Just keep going till they tell you to stop. Anyway, that's 4. What was the 5th one? The 5th one. Well, you know what? I'll talk about the 5th one anyway. The 5th one is trying to reinvent the wheel instead of listening to me. So look, I don't know everything, but if you're not selling and you're not doing what I told you to do, then we have a problem. Okay. Even if you are selling and you're not doing what I told you to do, it's still a problem. But at least you're selling. At least you will escape my anger for the day. Lucky you. Good for you. But like, why even get to that point in the first place? And this, I understand this is one of the trade-offs that you make when you are strict as a business owner on your sales team, is that they are like afraid of you. They don't want no smoke, which I understand. And you got to take the bad with the good, but like, just do what I tell you to do. If you're doing what I tell you to do, not only will you make more money, but like, if you don't make money and I check the accounts, I won't be mad. And then I'll be interested in hearing what you have to say. But what I find happens is that like, chatters will fucking not do what I say for an extended period of time and they'll still make money. And then one day they'll stop making money. Or one day they'll turn in a couple of reports that's like half of what they normally sell. And I have to reach out to them and be like, bro, what's going on? What are these fucking numbers? And they're like, oh, there's no subs on the account. There's no traffic. And then guess what? I check their chats and they are doing every fucking mistake on this list and then some. And then what? And then I just need to check more often. That's really what it is. You know, when it comes down to it, fun fact on the video, when it comes down to it, running a business is really, like Andrew Tate is right. If you can handle more stress, if you can put yourself in stressful situations willingly every single day, then you will make more money, right? If I reviewed chats every single day and every time I do it, it stresses me out because I see stuff I don't like and I have to yell at my computer and I don't like that. But if I did it every day, I'd make fucking twice as much money because these guys would know the fucking deal and they know it every day. But now I'm just too easy on them. And they're probably like, what? You're not too easy? No, but I am. You know I am. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. These are what I consider to be the 5 worst addictions that keep chatters poor or keep them not reaching their full potential. Let me know what you think about that. Drop me a comment, like the video, hit me up for coaching in the description, and I'll see you next time.